What's your name and what's your game?
Hi, my name is Heikki. I'm from Finland and my game's name is Pako Car Chase Simulator. And Pako means in Finnish to escape.
Okay. That's interesting because I feel like the title of your game's different on the booth.
Oh yeah.
What does it say on the booth?
On the booth it actually doesn't say the name of the game at all, so it's because we were asked to submit the icon of the game as the main picture for the stand, and our icon doesn't have any text, so we don't have anything there.
Okay. So you're part of a collection of games. How did that come across?
It came across from Google, so they have this specific section in Google Play Store called Indie Corner, and in the Indie Corner there's various selection of little bit smaller games or from smaller companies, and they invited us here, and we were of course, sure, we are coming.
So is this the first show you've shown the game at?
No, not really. The game is actually already almost it is 2 years old.
Oh, okay.
But we've been showing it a bit around the world, and this is. But as in PAX Festival in Seattle, this is the first time.
Oh, okay. So what other shows have you showed at?
We've been in PAX in Boston, so PAX East, I guess, and then we've been doing some smaller shows in Europe, like in Amsterdam, and of course in Helsinki also, where there's lots of game companies.
Okay. So how big is the team?
There's 3 of us, and I'm doing all the graphics and the music and sound. Then we have one coder, and then we have a producer who also does game design and testing at the same time.
Okay, and are you guys planning to kind of stick that team size for the next thing?
Yeah, we're doing we're still continuing to update Pako all the time, but we're also doing the sequel at the moment, and we're doing it with 3 of us.
Okay. What is it developed in?
Sorry?
What is the game developed in?
In Unity. Unity 3D is our engine that we use.
Okay. How has it been? Android is always talked about of having so many devices that's so fragmented. How have you guys experienced that, or how have you worked around that?
It's been surprisingly easy. Of course, there's every now and then small hassles that people download the game without seeing that it might not work on your device, and then we get some feedback of that, but that's kind of something that you can't avoid. But mainly it's been pretty easy, and we have some systems to do all the scaling of the screen to different size of devices and different aspect ratios and so on. So it's been mainly pretty easy. Every now and then there's somebody informs about a small request that on this and this device it doesn't work, and then we just try to do our best and fix that situation.
So you've said you've been developing it for 2 years. How has that been? Has it been something that you worked on it for a while and then put it out, or is it something that you've been constantly updating?
Yeah, we released it 2 years ago, but we've been constantly developing it for almost every 2 or 3 months. We've been releasing a bigger update with new maps and new cars. So it's been a fairly easy process. Basically, in every 2 or 3 months, we sort of almost redo the game again, because if we add 3 or 4 maps, that's about the amount of maps that there were when we started. So it's sort of the same cycle again, but with new ideas.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So when while you were developing new content and adding things to the game, like what was the main driving force about what you would want to develop? Is it like you guys had a list of like cool cars that you wanted to put in, or was it community sourced, or how do you go about that?
It's a little bit of both. Like sometimes people request us like, wouldn't it be nice to like have a truck that you could drive in the game? And then we're like, okay, like, well, let's put it on the list. And sometimes it's just like from like movies or TV shows that we see something cool and then we like just message each other like, hey, have you seen this and this movie? Wouldn't it be funny if we would have this and that? Like for example, like we have the sort of like very familiar RV from certain series that like is in the desert and lots of these like small like pop culture Easter eggs.
So what was the most like? Have you done anything that's been so time based that you've kind of had a rapid turnaround? Like, is there like a show comes out or some sort of thing that happens that you're like, okay, we got to get that RV in the game like tomorrow?
Yeah, like not really. Like couple times we've been like almost like predicting that something will be like big a little bit later, and we have done it, and like sometimes that we just have like missed the boat because it's always like you have to plan the release that way that like even when you complete it you can't release it like immediately because you want to like have a little bit of marketing or something. So there's always like maybe like a month of like like off in the schedule in that way. So it's hard to be like really like specific about stuff.
So do you have traffic in the game?
Yeah, there's traffic. Yeah.
How do you choose, as somebody who's making a game for the world, what side the traffic goes on?
We follow like the European like traffic regulations, so
which is that's the same as the States, except for England. And
We're not like twisted people. No, but like we've been actually like thinking of it. Like, would it be funny to like have in some stages like the UK traffic going on, but. We haven't.
That might be a good way to do it. That might be a cheap way of throwing a couple British flags on one of your levels.
Yeah, like or maybe like even in the option like UK mode.
Well, thanks for being on the Question Bus.
Thank you.
Is there anything you want to promote or plug?
Go ahead and like everybody download the game. It's available on both Google Play and App Store.
And what's the name of the game?
Pako.
And how do you spell that?
Pako.
Do you guys have like social media accounts?
Yes, we have Twitter and Facebook. Facebook page is probably like the most active.
What's the Twitter handle?
It's Dream and Games as our company.
Okay, cool. Well, I hope you have a good rest of the PAX.
Yeah, you too.
And I guess goodbye.
Okay, goodbye.